What's up, guys? Welcome to the Stats Free Sports channel. Let's get right into it. Here to bring you a video discussing the possibility of my Atlanta Falcons drafting Bijan Robinson at pick number 8. Now, let's talk about it. As of right now, pick number 8 for the Falcons is kind of up in limbo. Do we trade down? Do we keep it? If we do keep it, who do we select? We got Jeff Okudah yesterday via trade from the Detroit Lions for, I think, a 5th-round pick, which is good. And as I said in my YouTube short video, Okuda is kind of still an unknown prospect. We don't quite know what he actually is yet. And I don't like using the word bust anyways, but I don't think he is in that category. He lost his first 2 years, 2020 and 2021, basically due to injury. Last year played 15 games and looked pretty good. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what he have in him. He should be our number 2 guy opposite of AJ Terrell, so that's a good move there. I would still, like to go out to Witherspoon, but that's probably unlikely. But I wouldn't mind it personally if we do go double down on corner, trading for Okudah and trading for Witherspoon. But I don't like Witherspoon or Okudah in the slot, so that's kind of a tough move there. So I'll probably, shy away from that, but I wouldn't mind it either, to be honest. But most likely, we're gonna go with either a lineman or edge rusher. Probably Miles Murphy, Nolan Smith, Luca Van Ness. I would love to get Tyree Wilson, someone I have ranked above Will Anderson on my personal edge rushers list. But there is someone else out there by the name of Bijan Robinson who I'd love to get. I'm not going to lie to you. And he fits our scheme perfectly. Arthur Smith wants to run. And then the run opens up the passing lanes and the play action plays for our young quarterback in Desmond Ridder or our backup Tyler Heineke. Having a guy like Allgeier, having a guy like Cordell Patterson, who are both solid. Cordell Patterson now is over 30. He's on the wrong side of 30 years old now. We'll see what he has left. I do respect his game. I do respect what he's done in his career, turning from a kick returner to an often used wide receiver, and now being a running back. That's a tough change everybody can't make. I appreciate what he's done for us the last couple of years, but man, Bijan Robinson is a monster. He's a monster, man, and I think he's probably the shortest prospect in this draft. I think it's probably like a guarantee of Bijan being at least an above average running back. Now, that's up for debate whether you have him in the category of a Saquon or a Zeke coming out of college, which I definitely do. I think most people should. But another con of kind of getting Bijan Robinson is, can you find one in late first or in the early second in Jamir Gibbs? On my personal list, I have Gibbs as 1B and Robinson as 1A. I do admit Robinson is better, but I think Gibbs is going to be special also. But they're two different backs. Me personally, I have Bijan Robinson as kind of a young. His NFL comp for me basically is LaDainian Tomlinson. And Jamir Gibbs is more of a Jamal Charles, Ivan Kamara kind of hybrid style player. You know what I mean? So it's like they're different backs, but they give you some of the same things. But I think both will be special in their own right. Probably their first year. From day one, I think they'll be the best back on their team. And I think from year one, they might be Pro Bowl contending running backs. I really do believe that. Depends on what scheme they go to and all that other stuff also. But going to a right team, helps make the Pro Bowl and help the numbers for the Pro Bowl. But if they both go to the right team, both go in the right situation, I think both could be in line for Pro Bowl spots or something of that nature. So I think highly of both of those two guys. So some could say or would say wait on Jamir Gibbs. Will Jamir Gibbs go in the first round? That's a big debate. I could definitely see him being like a Clyde Edwards-Helaire style player going late in the first, last pick or two. But I could also see him being a second round or two, a very high second rounder, probably one of the first 3 or 4 picks, because he's that good to me. So just depends on how you rank them, But as I say, I do respect both of their games. I like Gibbs more. For my, just cause for me personally, but no real reason. But I do admit Robinson is better. So it's tough, man. It's tough for Arthur Smith and the Falcons. I do think Smith is on his last legs. I've said in prior videos dealing with my Falcons that I think Smith is fighting for his job. That's why he got guys in that he knows can play well. He got in veterans. He got in Jonnu Smith. He brought in Mac Hollins. He brought in Scotty Miller. He brought in uh, a couple of Saints guys from that were free agents from for Ryan Nielsen and his defense. So we definitely, and we brought in Bates too. So we definitely brought in some guys who know what they're doing, who had good years the last couple years, and some pretty good talent as Bates goes. So we have a good thing going on. We're on a good momentum. Honestly, we're on a good track. Every move we made so far, from the most notable moves to even the lowest moves I've seen as well, we've done pretty well. I don't dislike anything. But this number 8 pick could be a little tricky. It really could be, man. So, a lot of people hit me up yesterday. I was so busy, kids on spring break, so I couldn't really, get to videos like I wanted to yesterday. But I saw all the news, especially people hit me up super heavy yesterday about the Jeff Okudah going to the Falcons. Did I like it? Did I hate it? Whatever. But I think I think he's still pretty good. As I said, first 2 years kind of tough to judge him because of injuries. Third year, this past season, he looked pretty decent. So we'll see where that goes. But as far as our running back spot goes, I think it's up for grabs. Allgeier had a good second half of the season and broke our Falcons. I think our Falcons rookie rushing record, if I'm not mistaken. And Cordell Patterson had a pretty good solid year too. But you can't tell me those guys are going to be the main back of the Falcons for the next couple years. I'm not that confident. They both could be a part of a situation, or maybe Allgeier because Patterson is getting a little bit older. But I could definitely see Allgeier being a good backup, a good situational guy to a guy like Bijan Robinson. But Bijan is a down one dude. I can't even talk. Bijan is a down 1 through 3 back. He does everything. Block pretty well, run up the middle, pass catch. So he can do everything. You don't really need a high end backup, but Allgeier isn't a high end backup. So I think he'll be fine being behind Robinson. And you don't gotta really run him to the ground if you do get him, or whatever team gets him. You don't gotta run him to the ground. Let him be a part of a good duo, because there's no real main guy anymore. It's always a duo or a trio. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to think of one now. Yeah, Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon. So the list goes on. All the duos and trios around the NFL. It's a bunch of groups now. So there's no real main guy getting the full brunt of the workload. Not for the full season. So if it is one, I can't think of it right out the bat. So maybe Dalvin Cook, kinda. I guess if he's healthy, but yeah, man, I love to get Bijan Robinson, but I also do understand we need a pass rusher. We haven't had a good pass rusher in a good long while now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to think of the last one we had back-to-back good years. I can't really think of it. We need a young pass rusher who can establish that he's the real deal and he's legit for the long term. And we don't have that yet, and we haven't had it in a long time. So I do understand going with Myles Murphy or Nolan Smith or Tyree Wilson or Luca Van Ness. So I understand everyone's saying that as well. So we'll see where it goes. It should be interesting, But one thing I will say, I don't, if my Falcons don't get him, I don't care who gets him, honestly. And that being Bijan Robinson. But I will say, I would not be happy if a team traded into the top 10 to get Robinson. I don't think they're necessary. As I said, I think Gibbs is good enough to say, hey, I can sit back and get him at 15, 20, maybe even 25, 30. You know what I'm saying? I don't really see the point. Not point, but I don't see the gap between those two being that different. Is not like Gibbs have injury issues and you don't really know. Gibbs has been healthy. His 2 years at Tech at Georgia Tech were pretty good. Stayed healthy for the most part. Bama stayed healthy, so it's like it's not like the gap is that big. Like I said, I do understand. I will admit Robinson is definitely better. I would prefer Robinson over Gibbs, but I definitely think Gibbs is still nice enough to say, hey, he's right behind him. There's no point in trading up for him. So that's what I always said throughout this whole entire process. I've probably done about 8 to 9 videos on Bijan Robinson since the offseason started. And every video I always say it's tough to really find a good value for him. You don't really know. You know what I mean? So, but that's it for the video, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.